Welcome to Inside South Florida. I'm your host, Veronica Raskin. Can you imagine a life where you're able to travel all around the world, live amazing adventures while giving back to the community? Well, that's exactly what our next guest has done through Global Child TV. He has traveled with purpose, and here to tell us more about it is host and creator Augusto Valverde. Yeah, Augusto, welcome.
Well, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be with you on television again.
Yes, we're friends. But how did you decide to go and travel, do this travel show, and then start giving back to the community and make it such a huge project? And not only a project, but it's your purpose.
Yes, so it's a long story, but I used to be one of the top club promoters in Miami years ago, maybe 10 years ago, and it was very selfish. It didn't really have a purpose. And then one day, I'm a faith guy, so I prayed. I said, why am I here, God, if you made me? And within 3 months, I had a national TV show. I won a nationwide search, learned how to make television. And then later on, as my career advanced, I said, well, let me see the world. And when I started traveling, I realized that I would meet so many different people from different cultures, races, religions. And what it turns out is that we have so much more in common as humans than what separates us. So we named the show Global Child. Yeah. Then we said, travel is cool, but you know what's cooler? Purpose. So as I started going, I would learn life lessons that we share with the audience, and now we give back everywhere we go.
Yes, it's been 7 years, 28 countries.
33 now.
Wow, 33, so it keeps going and growing. How do you choose the destinations you want to go to and the communities you're going to give back to?
I think it's a 50-50 thing. At the beginning, we would go wherever anybody would have us. And the world's such a beautiful place, and I hadn't traveled so much. Now we're strategic, working with tourism boards, luxury hotels, destination partners. So once we choose a spot, for example, let's say Tanzania, then I say, okay, we're going to Tanzania, we're staying with you. What good can we do there? So we show the best experiences that as a tourist you and I can do, but we always find a way to give back. So sometimes that's protecting sharks or building schools or helping leper colonies. Whatever we're doing, we always just try to leave the places and people better than we found them.
And have you felt the impact after you left a country?
Oh yeah, I think the beautiful thing about television is when you shoot something that we call evergreen, that means that it lasts for a long time. And people keep watching it and watching it. And so you inspire them. And I've had many, many friends that have gone to visit countries after they saw our show that before they weren't thinking of doing it.
Yes, and okay, so it's 33 countries now. And is there one in particular that has impacted you personally?
Yeah, obviously, it's like the same with your kids, no? They all impact you in different ways, so on and so forth. But I think Greece, for me, was really a life changer. And in every episode, we learn a life lesson. So Greece taught me generosity. And we learned that being generous is one of the most genius things that you can do in life. You make more friends, the world smiles at you. And so generosity is a thing that now I say it's my privilege. I get to be generous. So I'm always more intentional when I travel to give back, to donate and support causes.
And what would you say is your next destination?
Yes, we're thinking of filming in Oman and in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
I've been traveling a lot to Saudi Arabia, and I think it's very impressive how the way I used to visualize Saudi Arabia before going there and after being there several times, I already know that episode is going to be called Saudi Arabia, the Kingdom of Hospitality. Because people are so generous, so kind, and all that culture in the Middle East, they're really quite welcoming, which is not usually what you see on the news, right? So I would love to display that to the world.
That's beautiful, Augusto. I admire so much, but I also know you're a local Miami boy. So what destination would you recommend in Global Child if you were to come to Miami?
Yes, and actually, I want to film Miami. Miami is my hometown. I'm from here. I'm very proud to represent it. So I would say Miami, you have to show obviously the beaches and water and scuba diving. I love scuba diving. I work a lot with PADI. It's the Association of Scuba Diving of the World. Yes. We have some great scuba diving sites here in Miami that a lot of people don't know. There's this beautiful underwater cemetery where there's these statues of like lions and all these things, and you can go down. So scuba diving is one. Obviously a sunset cruise. That's great.
Yes.
We need to try to dance some salsa. I know you're great at dancing salsa. I am terrible, but it's still a fun activity. Yes. And of course, just showing some of that culture and how the city is maturing, like the Design District and Brickell and all these beautiful places.
Augusto, so proud of all you've been doing, all this traveling, especially your purpose in life, which is giving back. Thank you, but where can we find out more about Global Child?
Well, of course, we want to invite everybody who's watching us now. You can see Global Child on a bunch of streaming platforms around the world. It keeps growing. Some places where we're seen now, Vizio, Watch Free Plus, Rakuten in Europe, that we're going to be very excited to launch there soon. Of course, Peacock, we have Tubi, some of our favorite partners, JeiTV in the airports pretty soon, Roku channel, etc. Right? So wherever you are, airlines as well. You can see us on all the major airlines when we travel to a destination. And before we go, I have a gift for you. So
he's always about giving.
Generosity.
All right. Let me see what you got for me here, Augusto.
So you can represent.
My Global Child shirt. Thank you so much.
No. Thank you for having me. Also, social media, by the way, if you guys want to follow us, it's Global Child TV. Always happy to give you recommendations and show you how to give back.
And if you want to plan your next trip, don't forget to follow him.